Just the sound of me eating popcorn chicken over the top of this soundtrack.
So jealous of that.
Oh, no.
Oh, I feel so sick.
It's D&Tea!
Right, night.
Yes.
So, where we last left off, you adventured into the Eel Cave in search of this witch that supposedly lived on the island. Inside, you fought some zombies who were tethered to seaweed deep under the ocean tunnels of this cave. After venturing through the tunnels, you emerge in a large chamber in which an old, ugly woman stood waiting for you. This, of course, was the witch, and upon her revealing herself to her true form, an ugly, blue-skinned, hideous creature with sharp teeth and seaweed for hair, such terror filled the heart of Morglath that when the hag took her death gaze upon Morglath, he instantly dropped to 0 hit points and was unconscious. From the pools either side of you emerged horrible fish-like creatures, and a vicious battle began, in which Kurak was knocked unconscious face down in a pool of water. Somehow you managed to repel these fish-like creatures, but the witch escaped. So you're now left in the mucus-covered cavern, dimly lit by candles next to human skulls, in a damp, dripping, cold cavern, with the unconscious bodies of your friends around you. What do you do?
Am I still charmed?
No, the charms. Well, yeah, you're charmed for an hour, so yeah, you'll still be charmed.
What
still
did the
your
charm
allies,
do to him, by the way?
It makes him regard the hag, the witch, as a friendly acquaintance.
Perhaps we should team up with the old lady. She went this way. What do you say?
I don't think I agree with you, Wade. That's also where the
I think we probably should try and find her again, but just not right now.
No, I am near death. I was unconscious face down in a puddle.
Oh yes, yes. Some of our friends are dead. It's all coming back to me. Oh dear.
Maybe we should have a bit of a rest.
You think you need a rest? I can't even breathe underwater.
Should we investigate this area?
I think Morglath's still unconscious.
Shall we wake up our friends?
Should we wake up? Yeah, we wake them up.
Morglath is very unconscious. Kurak, are you also unconscious? How many hit points do you have?
1.
Yeah, you must. Did you get a critical then?
No, I got resuscitated by.
No, if you're stabilized, you're just stable, but you're still unconscious.
Oh, okay then. I'm just like
Yeah.
chilling by the water then.
Okay, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Morgla. Can I do that? Or on Gigantor? It's easier to say.
If you have spell slots left and you have the, does it require any components?
No,
Okay. Then yes.
no components.
Oh, I can do cure wounds.
Oh, 9 hit points.
Save me.
What happened?
I don't
I
know,
think
you were
I
looking
saw-
at our friend, and then you suddenly died.
Oh, it was
So, right.
beautiful. I saw the light.
I need to get my voice in gear. It's so long. I shall.
There.
That's better.
I shall repeat this process with Kurak.
Does that mean you can just use Cure Wounds to just put us back to maximum hit points? Just keep using it.
Well, it's only got a certain number of spells per day.
Oh yeah, of course.
I've got three spell slots. Let me lay my hands on you, Kurak. Does that feel good?
Yeah, careful, he might start a flurry of blows.
Wade's hands glow blue, just ever so slightly, and he places his thumbs on the temples of the unconscious Kurak, and his eyes flutter open.
Flutter.
I was drowning.
Hello, old friend.
Thank you for saving me. Flurry of blows. For everyone.
Does
Okay.
anyone else fancy a long rest? I'm quite hurt.
No, we need to go on and catch the witch that killed Bubbles or whatever she's called. Peaches.
Did you see her just look at Gigantor and kill him? I think we need some more life.
No.
She probably
Where'd
needs
she
our
go?
assistance.
Did she go this way?
Yeah, she fled into this tunnel.
Oh god.
Maybe we should gather her things.
You
might need them.
So are you looking underwater, Creamy?
Yep.
So Creamy plunges herself into the water and stares down a long, dark tunnel, which you've got dark vision, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it extends beyond your vision, so it clouds into darkness.
Okay.
It seems to extend very far, and also you can feel the tide pushing you away from that entrance. It's very strong here.
Okay.
Can I investigate this part of the cave that we're in? The witch's chamber.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
well, I can. You don't need to. Well, make a perception check. Yeah.
6.
So, you can see that the cave is scattered with crates and boxes and some stranger objects as well. There's a cage perched up on one of the crates with a dim light emanating from it, flickering on and off. But yeah, there's lots of crates and what looks like salvage from shipwrecks.
Kurak, I know you've just woken up from a slumber, but do you want to have a look around as well?
I did. I got a 13.
Yeah,
Whatever
sorry,
that means in real life.
You don't notice anything above what I just said to tavern.
What on earth are these creatures?
Fishy things. They came out from the blue.
Are they wearing any kind of like items of clothing that we can rummage through, or are they just stalkers?
One sec.
But whilst you're all fucking around, the witch is escaping it. Well, you're looking at a stupid fish.
They don't have any clothing, but they're all. The body that you see is holding a harpoon.
Take that.
Okay.
Can I open any of these crates? Chests?
Yeah.
I open this one here. That one. That one. With the skull on it.
Okay. So are you opening all the crates?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay. So after rummaging through all the crates, I need you to make a perception check, Wade.
Yeah. Perception. Strong performance.
Okay. Let me just edit this a sec. I think that's fine. Okay. This is what you find.
Jeebus.
Oh.
Please be a two-handed weapon in there.
Oh, wow.
So you find 5 silvery white polished stones. Seem to glimmer and have a nice shimmer to them. A delicate bracelet ornamented with green stones. 6 pounds of exotic trade spice. A golden goblet. A small carved ivory bracelet. Exotic-looking gold necklace. 5 arrows, and each of these looks particularly sharp and is barbed and decorated with a small etched rune. A small blue stone that is sapphire blue, seems to shimmer and emit a faint light. In one of the crates, as you crack it open, its coins spill out, and there are 512 copper pieces, 705 silver pieces, and 167 gold pieces. There is a beautifully carved and elegant stringed instrument, which Creamy recognises immediately as a bandolore. It's inside a well-made wooden case, which is engraved with flowers, and the instrument also has delicate etchings of floral patterns covering the body and the neck. So, as I mentioned previously, there's a small metal cage with a flickering light. I'll come back to the metal cage. There is also a seemingly empty sealed jar.
Don't like that word, seemingly.
A huge barnacle encrusted and weather-worn tome, and every page of it is filled with tiny and barely legible writing. It would take someone trying to decipher this quite a while to work out what this book is all about. There is a delicate glass bottle, which looks like a perfume bottle, and it's filled with a rose-coloured liquid. And finally, there is a brass-coloured, wave-bladed dagger.
Shotgun.
Nice.
Can we keep this as a list so we don't have to try and divvy it out now?
Yep,
Yes.
but you
we
need
must
to.
keep the nice lady's belongings together so we can return it to her.
Should we divvy out the money now, and then just take the rest as the list?
Yeah.
So at this point, I should inform you that you can identify a item with the identify spell, which Creamy knows, I believe. But also, you can identify this item if you focus on that item on a short rest.
Well, anyone can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some of us need short rests.
I need a bloody long one.
Creamy,
No, there's no time.
can you identify my Warhammer?
So
No.
a character can focus on one magic item during a short rest while being in physical contact with that item. At the end of a rest, the character learns the item's properties as well as how to use them. Potions are the exception. A little taste is enough to tell the taster what the potion does. You can also do it through experimentation. So wearing or experimenting with the item can also offer a hint about its properties. For example, if a character puts a ring on and you say your steps feel strangely springy, perhaps the character then jumps up and down to see what happens. You then say the character jumps unexpectedly highly.
So,
I've just put the money
There's-
down, by the way, so make sure you add that to your inventories.
are we just doing it divided by 5?
Yeah.
Each thing.
So I believe you can do that on this window.
I've already done the
167.
thing.
No, maybe not.
Can we actually carry all this stuff? I suppose there are any little jewels and stuff, aren't there?
Yeah, the heaviest things are no doubt the coins and the £6 of exotic trade spice.
Did you say you were gonna talk more about the metal cage, or did I just miss that?
Yeah. Is anyone gonna have a look at that metal cage?
Why the hell not? Is it investigation or perception?
So as you Gigantor, are you having a look at this thing?
Yeah, suppose.
As you pick up the cage, you see this twinkling golden light dart back and forth like a firefly, and it suddenly stops, and there's the floor of the cage gets sprinkled by a little golden dust, and a small creature is in the cage. It looks like a very small, beautiful humanoid dressed in a green dress
Tinkerbell.
made of stitched leaves, moss, and little vine threads. It's got red hair and big wide eyes. Release me, please! I can't stand this cage!
Why are you in the cage?
Persephone, she keeps me here. My suffering makes her smile.
Oh, that's not very nice. And how do I know I can trust you?
Please, I mean you no harm. I'm just a simple pixie.
Is there a way I can kind of tell if she's lying or not?
You can make an insight check.
15.
You don't think that she's lying. You're fairly confident.
Yeah, lads and creamy. There's a Tinkerbell kind of person in here from them Peter Pan books in the real world. What should we do with her? She seems to be imprisoned.
I know what to do. I will do my divine sense to see if it's an evil thing.
Excellent idea.
You don't detect any undead or demonic magic around this creature.
This piddly little creature doesn't seem to be able to hurt a fly. Let's take it out of this cage.
Alright, open up the cage.
Oh, thank you. I won't forget this. Promise. What are your names, adventurers? What's your group called?
What was it?
You wrote down the lyrics.
I know, I'm just looking it up. Talk amongst yourselves, boys. I think I've got this written down somewhere.
The porch, no.
Peachy's Pals is our name. Of course.
Very well, Peach's pals. I won't forget this. Mark my words. And with that, she disappears in a cloud of gold dust that rains onto the floor.
Well, that was unexpected.
Well done, chaps.
We did just release the witch's fairy. Are you happy about that, Wade?
I'm sure she didn't realise that it was in there. These things, they get put away and you kind of forget about them. She was probably a friend of the old lady, who was also our friend.
Okay, where should we go?
I don't know what happened in the battle because I died immediately. But from your scars and cuts, it looks like it was a tough battle. I suggest we regain our health before we pursue the witch.
Well, I'm not
I
sure
agree.
how safe this cave is to rest in.
Oh yeah, that's a point. Did anyone investigate this kind of ceremonial circle I'm standing next to?
No.
In which case, can I do it?
The cauldron.
What's the best thing to do? Just investigation?
Well, I don't think it needs a check. I can tell you what it
Okay.
looks like. So, yeah, there's a cauldron there with surrounded by a ring of crushed shells, barnacles, and clams and mussels. Very similar to one you saw previously. There's also, it's filled with a dark liquid. In this dim light, it's difficult to make out, but you suspect contains blood. There's also dark stains around the cauldron's
Skid
rim.
marks.
Again, probably dried blood.
The old lady, the nice old lady, encouraged me to look into this cauldron.
Maybe she wanted you to drink some.
Looks very nice to me.
So you peer into the cauldron, and in this dark liquid, you see your, just the reflection of your own face. Whatever magic had you had glimpsed beforehand has faded now, with the fleeing of the occupier, of the owner.
How do you feel now, Wade?
Looks like her soup's getting cold. But I don't think we'll be able to take this with us.
Going by Morglath's character, I think what he'd do is he'd be pretty annoyed that he just got killed by this witch. So he just kicks over this cauldron.
Yeah.
Out of rage.
The metal cauldron clangs on the floor, and the contents spill out, mostly liquid, but there's something fleshy hits the cavern floor. It's the foot of a child.
Ooh. How
What's
can you
that
explain
doing
this,
here?
Wade?
What's that?
Alex,
We must alert our friend that he was about to eat some delicious soup containing a child's foot. You'll be as shocked as we are.
I think it looks like my rations actually, so I might take it with me.
Should we find somewhere safe to rest?
Yeah. I'm gonna make a necklace out of the child's foot. It's gonna just have toes on a bit of rope on my neck.
Charm necklace.
Chaotic neutral, your character is. I feel an alignment shift coming.
No, it's because I want to get revenge, so I'm taking her with me, or him.
You're taking the foot with you.
And I'm gonna kill the witch with it.
Who is this goblin we've got with us? He's a sick flipping
Can I
bloke.
investigate the sealed jar with nothing in it?
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Perception.
Well, yeah, investigation, either or.
Right, I did that. Perception.
Okay.
Pretty good one.
So yeah, it's peering into the jar. It just looks like an empty jar. There's no trace of anything inside it.
How's it sealed?
Just a screw top.
We could leave this behind.
Why don't you just smash it and see what happens?
I open the jar.
Temptation got the better of you, Wade.
Your eyes cloud over immediately, and you are in another time, in another body. You're surrounded by dense woodland, and there's a splattering of snow on the ground. You're wearing warm furs. You look at your hands. You've long gracile fingers of your elven hands. You can feel the cold on the points of your ears. Your love, the elven lady Alana, stands on the ridge just in front of you, beckoning you to come. You walk up to meet her, take her hand and kiss her gently on the lips. And stare over the sunrise, the river meandering below you, the snow beginning to fall. Below you, the island of Cassia, your destination on the dangerous task that you have at hand. Your hand instinctively moves to your longsword tied to your belt, and you begin descending the hill towards your destiny. And at that moment, the vision clears and you are Wade again.
What the
Are
hell
you
was that?
okay there, Wade?
I thought you went blind for a second.
Strange vision when I opened his jar that I was an elf.
An elf.
And I had a lovely wife.
What sort of elf?
I don't know, but we were looking over what I think was Cassia. I don't know why I know that, but as an elf, I did know that. I don't know what kind of elf I was, though. I think I was a normal elf.
Normal?
Racial.
Cassia is where I'm from.
Ah,
Intriguing.
there was I kissed a woman whose name I can't remember.
No, we know that's not true.
I have children.
Okay.
Okay.
Who are you trying to convince, mate?
Ugh.
What's your story, Tavron?
I grew up in Cassia, but didn't want to stick around too long. And I left on the hunt for my father.
It looked like a lovely place in the vision.
It has its moments, but I wouldn't describe it quite that fondly.
Trouble in Paradise. Tavron.
Perhaps we should rest in the other chamber with the skeletons. Looks like nothing ever goes in that chamber.
Well,
Where fish people pop up in this one.
well, there's skeletons in the other one, so there was definitely people popping up in there, but they're dead.
Ah, good point. Perhaps we should delay our rest.
Are you a detective?
I detect sarcasm.
You're good. Very good. Okay, so where should we go?
Lead on, Kurak.
Okay,
You've shut down my idea.
well, I'm just worried that Tavron won't make it anyway.
Is Tavron quite injured as well?
No, he just can't swim.
I just can't hold my breath or swim.
Remember we got the
Tough-
calculations
Tough
wrong,
enough
though.
getting here.
Yeah, it was fine, I think.
Okay. In any way, I'm going to tie a bit of rope to Tavron and attach him to me, so I can drag him around. Should we go back to the death cave, which Wade wants to go to?
Or just to sleep, if we did a long rest. Don't know.
Okay, let's go for it.
The longer we rest, the further away the witch gets.
You
Sorry,
shut
Tommy,
up, Creamy.
You're not after the old lady. She's lovely.
No, I'm going.
What have we done with the Tinkerbell, by the way?
She
He's
left.
just gone. Where's Creamy gone?
She's gone to swim up the.
Up the passage.
Okay. So, you swim up the tunnel How long can you hold your breath for?
Well, 4 minutes maybe.
4 minutes. Okay, the first minute expires, and you're still swimming slowly upwards. The tunnel's sort of looping round back on itself. There's still no sign of the entrance. It's hard going, and you're swimming slower than normal because of you're swimming against a very strong current. There is seaweed and moss and algae on the walls of the tunnel, which is flowing backwards against the current. Do you swim on?
Yeah.
The second
For another minute.
You swim another minute on, and the tunnel is still pitch black in front of you, winding, but it seems to be ascending now, and you've fully looped back on yourself. The current's still very strong, maybe even stronger here, and your progress is even slower than before. There is below you a skeletal body on the floor.
I think I'll have a long rest here. 30 seconds more.
Okay. As you ascend further up the tunnel for another 30 seconds, there is the faintest glimmer of light coming from the tunnel beyond. But by the pace that you're going, you're not sure that you could make it.
Okay.
It would be tight.
Okay, I'll turn back.
Okay. Your breath almost gives up, but you manage to just about make it back to the entrance, aided somewhat by the current, and you emerge spluttering and coughing.
Okay.
The rest of you have just left her.
Well, we weren't in pursuit of the nice old lady.
Where did they go? Or where did you go? Down
into the next cave.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Creamy swims and emerges with a splash, startling you from behind.
Oh, Creamy, where have you been?
Swimming.
Oh,
I need a long rest, and then I'll make the swim tomorrow.
Actually, guys, I've got a proposition for you.
Oh.
I hope I'm being persuasive when I ask this. But would you... Oh my god.
24. I'm all ears.
Would you... I need about 100 more silver so I can make some holy water. Then I can just add a sprinkling of it to cast a spell called Bless, which aids my friends.
Well, that sounds a good idea.
Yeah.
Is
What's
this
your net
against my
weight?
persuasion?
Yeah.
Because I have... That's what I've got my expertise in, persuasion.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know how much persuasion should I get?
So you get.
I roll.
You roll your persuasion, and
Yeah.
you get. You roll plus. So it'd be 9 plus.
Is there an extra 2? Because my proficiency bonus is 2.
Yeah, it'd be an extra 2.
Okay. I'll give you 200 silver.
I only need 100 between all of you, which is 20 silver each.
That's 25.
Oh.
What exactly did you say to persuade us, by the way?
I said my spell. I'll cast a spell that will aid our friends.
Oh.
Done
Cool.
it. I've given 25, so if we all give 25 then.
Yeah.
Okay. I use all my silver to perform the ritual.
I mean, I probably didn't need to get persuaded for that.
So is this a ritual to produce the what is it? Holy water.
Yeah, I'll paste in the thing where it says. How do they create holy water? I've got one spell slot left.
Yeah, but you haven't got powdered silver. You've got silver pieces.
Help me smash up this silver coin. Surely you can powder some coins.
Have you powdered a coin before?
Can I not?
No. How on earth would you turn a coin into dust?
Well, depends how much powder you need, doesn't it? Before you get some shavings.
Yeah, shave it. I shave it with my shave it into things with my.
I mean, what's more solid, silver or iron?
Iron, yeah.
Yeah, so we just shave it with our swords.
Okay. I'm going to say that it would take you.
Shave it with our sword.
I'm going to say that it would take you 1d4 hours to produce all of that shavings.
Okay.
Oh, I feel a long rest coming on.
I'm so tired.
I'm so hurt.
3 hours of shaving.
Why don't we check out some of those items while we rest?
It's a good idea.
Which items? Oh, these ones.
Your friends' items.
Oh yeah.
I want to do
It's
identify
worn
on
off
my
now.
Warhammer.
Ah, it appears I've been charmed.
You
I don't know
don't
if you guys
say.
noticed, but that old lady was actually a witch. She was the main person we needed to go after. What are we doing here? We're just wasting time.
Why are we shaving notes of silver? You were awfully persuasive. None of us wants to do
The
it.
passage is too hard to swim.
So
I tried.
it's about 6 p.m. now.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to sleep. Do whatever you want. I enter a long rest by myself.
Okay.
I'm going to do a ritual and then sleep.
I'm going to go to sleep. Can I identify my Warhammer while I sleep?
You have to spend an hour looking at it, and then you'd do a long rest. So it'd be like 9 hours.
Okay.
I will check out the brass-coloured, wave-bladed dagger that we found in Ill Cave.
Okay. So. Joe.
Yep.
Your silver warhammer is a silvered weapon, so it as well as looking silver, it is plated with silver.
Quick, shave it.
And it has a minor magical property. which I need to check the book for. Um, where is it? 1 second. No, it's not the deck of many things.
Not that again.
Oh,
God, there's so many magical items. It's not a moonblade. There we go. So while attuned to this artifact, you have resistance against 1 damage type of my choice, and that damage is bludgeoning.
So I have full resistance to it.
Resistance means you get half damage against. So if it did 6 damage, bludgeoning damage against you, you'd only receive 3 damage.
Nice.
That was there a thing in the loot that we had to decipher? I could start
There's
and
a
look at that.
book, yeah.
Yeah,
Let me have a look at this book.
barnacle encrusted and weather-worn tome.
Let me just whisper this to Kurek.
Ugh, can't read it. I'd throw it in the water.
So the dagger, Taveron,
Yes.
is a dagger of stealth. So it's a normal dagger, and it grants advantage on stealth checks.
Okay. The whisper never came up, by the way.
That's because I only whispered it to Kurak. It's just the details of his.
Oh, I thought it was the book. Sorry.
Yeah, and the book. So after an hour of deciphering it, it's barely legible writing, but careful study reveals it to be a written transcript of every conversation that took place over the course of a year, 3 years ago, seemingly, from every resident of Port Marin.
Bloody hell. So have I read all of that? Or just, I know
No,
what it is?
you've just worked out what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's going to be
massive,
a
this
lot
book.
of words.
It probably weighs, like, I don't know, £6 at least.
Holy hell. Right, I'll put that in my inventory. Book of every word spoken in Port Marin. And that's from 3 years ago for 1 whole year.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's going to be useful.
So we're doing a long rest.
Is anyone else trying to identify anything?
I think I'm due because I did my make holy water. I can't really do everything, can I?
Is anyone keeping watch while I go to sleep?
No.
I think I need to rest. No.
I can check out some other things. 'Cause
Okay.
I can do my trance while everyone else.
So the first
As a-
hour elapses. Those that were identifying things were up studying during that. Wade has shaved off a third of his coins.
Can I look at the beautifully carved bandolier?
Yep. So the bandolier. Got it right? How do you spell bandolier?
I think it's Bandora.
Pandora. Oh, Bandor. Okay.
It says Bandor, yeah.
Bandor. I don't know why I thought it was Bandalore. Okay. So this is a this is the what is it? Foclucan Bandalore. Bandor, sorry. Foclucan Bandor. It is a wondrous item, an instrument of the bards. It's an exquisite example of its kind, superior to ordinary instruments in every way. A creature that attempts to play the instrument without being attuned to it so you need to be attuned to it, which I think requires a further hour of meditating with the item. So any creature that attempts to play the instrument without being attuned to it risks damaging themselves.
I will leave that to Creamy then.
So you can use an action to play the instrument and cast one of its spells. Once the instrument has been used to cast a spell, it can't be used to cast that spell again until the next dawn. The spell uses your spellcasting ability and spell save DC. When you use the instrument to cast a spell, that causes targets to become charmed on a failed save. The target have disadvantage on saving throws. And so the Foclucan Bandor does Entangle, Fairy Fire, Sheila, and Speak with Animals.
And Nigel.
Sheiliger.
Well, that was a useful hour.
Yeah.
I think it can also be used as your bardic instrument as well. So it can be used as your spell focus.
Creamy, I've just discovered this Foclucan Bandor.
I'm
It's a
asleep, you cunt.
I leave it by Creamy's head for the morning.
Okay. So the second hour goes past. And Wade's 2/3 of the way through saving his coins down.
Job worth doing. It's worth doing properly.
I'm gonna have a look at the sapphire blue marble-sized stone that emits a faint light.
Okay. I need you, before you do that, I need you both to make so both Wade and Tavron to make a perception check. Actually, what's your passive perceptions, each of you?
It's 10, I think.
What does it say?
It's written on your character sheet.
Underneath skills.
Underneath skills. Yeah, 10.
3.
No, it'd be higher than that. It'd be like 11, I think, for you.
Oh, passive wisdom.
Passive wisdom, yeah.
Oh, 13.
13. Tavron, you notice the water swirl suddenly and splash, as if a large fish has moved in the tunnels. But you watch carefully for a moment and nothing happens. So the blue marble-sized stone is a pommel stone of a sword, and it grants +1 to that sword.
Wow, wait.
I'm missing a pommel stone in my sword.
Yeah, you don't know that it's a pommel stone unless Tavron tells you.
No, I just idly say, oh, I wish I had a pommel stone in my sword.
Shut up and get on with your shaving.
I don't know if you've noticed while I'm shaving with this sword, but it's missing a pommel stone.
It's very blunt as well. Are you identifying anything else?
Might as well, because all these lot are sleeping. A delicate bracelet, ornamented with green stones.
It seems to be just a jade bracelet. So the stones are jade, but it's not magical, but it might be worth some gold. The third hour has expired, and Wade has shaved all his coins down.
So now I need to spend another hour making the holy water.
Okay.
How
That's
long
4.
are you lot resting for, by the way? 8 hours.
I don't know. What's the time for a long rest? Okay.
I think it's at least 8 hours.
8 hours it is.
Okay, while Wade is making his shit, I can do one more.
Yeah, at least 8 hours. Okay. What are you doing?
Any preferences from the group?
I'm asleep.
What's left?
I
can't actually see the list of things anymore.
Yeah, where's
Oh,
the
no, I
list?
found it.
It's in
Eel
locations. Eel Island.
So you did the... Did you do the small carved ivory bracelet?
No, not yet. And I haven't done the silvery white polished stones.
I'd probably do the bracelet. Or the necklace. Or something that you can wear.
Okay, I'll go for the small carved ivory bracelet, which looks lovely.
Yep. Again, this is not a magical item, but it is worth some gold, as it's an exquisitely carved art object. Okay. After that 4th hour, the holy water is prepared.
Yeah. I only need just sprinkling every time I cast, so that should last me the distance. I do a big bottle full.
Lovely.
Oh, Wade, while you were shaving, I found a pommel stone.
Did you?
I did, yes.
Well, my sword's
I-
missing a pommel stone.
Well, I believe this one would fit a sword perfectly.
Oh, that's very generous of you.
I throw the pommel stone over.
It looks like it would fit, but you need to find some craft worker to attach it properly.
Maybe if I melt it in with some shaved silver.
Yeah, okay. I need to find someone
To fit it, yeah.
to fit it. Okay. I'll
Do
just
you,
put it in my inventory.
Do all weapons come with a slot for pommel stones, or is it special weapons?
It's not actually a feature of Dungeons and Dragons, but I did it for Tom's character so he could keep the blade the blood current.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to hang on to that. The blade, the blood current. What a sword.
I will pocket the dagger and then I will go into my trance.
Okay, how long does your trance last for?
4 hours. But it gives me enough sleep, worth 8.
Okay. Wade, what are you doing?
I do need to do a short rest. Well, how long is a short rest?
Short rest is an hour, and you can regain your hit die. I think all of them in one short rest.
I come out of my trance momentarily to say, Wade, I think you should keep watch, and then go back into my trance.
Okay, yeah, stay up and keep.
Character can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest, up to the character's maximum number of hit dice, which is equal to the character's level.
Okay. Well, I'm staying awake for this hour, aren't I? I guess. Because everyone else is asleep.
Okay.
I'm quite injured, by the way. And I've got
Use your shavings to heal yourself.
Is there do I recover like lay on hands or any other
No,
things?
not on a short rest.
Okay.
Make a perception check.
Perception.
God.
You notice the silhouette of a creature rising from the pool below you.
Guys, it's time to wake up.
Oh, for
Do we
fuck's sake,
regain
I've only
any-
just got into my trance.
Do we regain any hit points or anything from having 4 hours?
No, I don't think so. Your long rest is interrupted.
Ooh, harsh DM, harsh DM. Okay.
But at least I've got holy water. But I can't use it because I've used all my spell slots.
Do we have to roll initiative?
Yeah, everyone roll in. Everyone roll initiative.
What does rolling initiative do?
So click on your token and click initiative. It's just
Can I just
order.
like stealth into the background?
You can use hide on your go.
Yeah, can I hide? Oh, but do I need to wait for my turn to hide?
Yeah.
Which one is it I need to roll? Initiative.
Ooh, critical.
We've got everyone. Wade, Creamy, Morglath, the round tracker, Havron, Kurak. That one we can get rid of, and yeah. Okay, so Tavaron first. So in poking its head out of the pool is another one of these fish creatures with shark-like teeth and tentacles, almost like a catfish.
Do I have... has it seen me?
You believe so.
Okay, I'll hide.
So you're in the middle of the room.
I will moonwalk into the shadows.
You can dart behind a rock,
Yeah, that'll do.
maybe over here. Okay, and you can attempt to use your hide action.
What's that, stealth?
Yeah.
12.
Haven't you got something that gives you advantage on stealth?
I think that's with an attack from stealth.
Okay.
Oh wait, it grants advantage of stealth checks, that dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be advantage. So roll another stealth check. All right. Well, we'll just take those two rolls. So 16. Yeah. Okay. Is that the end of your go?
Yeah.
So it is Creamy.
Okay.
Dives into the water.
Creamy dives into the water. It's treading water.
Yep. Okay.
That's a hit. You slash across the creature's face, cutting one side of its mouth open. Its jaw sort of hangs a bit strangely before it sort of clicks it back into place, and it growls at you.
It's more of a snarl.
Is that the end of your go?
Yep.
Okay, Kurak.
I'm going to fire one of my. Yeah, I'm just going to fire a dart at it.
Okay.
17. 5 piercing damage.
That is a hit. It whistles past Creamy and impacts just into the neck of the thing, and it oozes red blood.
Then I'm going to go behind this rock, wherever I can.
Okay.
Kurak, this is my rock.
It's Morglath.
Share the rock.
Okay. I wake up, pull out my scattergun. Oh, hang on. And try and shoot it. You woke me up, you fishy slag. There's 15 a hit.
Yep. 15 is a hit.
Oh, take off rage damage.
Yeah,
9 piercing.
The cavern rings with the enormous noise of this scattergun going off, and pellets smash into the body of the creature, ripping its flesh from its bones, exposing a great big red mark where the flesh has been ripped away.
And then I'll just go behind this little rock.
Okay. It's Wade.
How much damage do these things do on average again? I am quite injured. I'm going to.
He said heroically.
I think. Well, since I've leveled up, I've got additional lay on hands, so can I lay hands on myself? Get an additional 5 hit points as an action.
Wait, that isn't the time.
Who said
Well,
that?
I've got So I've just slightly healed myself as an action.
Okay, you still got your movement.
Oh, okay. I move up to the creature.
Okay. So it is the creature's go. It's going to turn to Creamy, who has hurt it, and attack, biting and clawing. So I guess they're both hits. 24 and 23.
It's not come up on our screens.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'd whispered it to myself. It deals 23 damage to you.
Brutal.
23. Oh my god.
I am still alive.
I'm bloody glad I hid.
You're still alive.
Yeah.
That's good.
And it's going to swim away, incurring the attack of opportunities from both Creamy and Wade.
Okay. Who first?
Either or, doesn't matter. Happens at the same time. That's a hit.
Oh,
11 is not a hit.
your blunt ass sword.
Okay. That's its go. So top of round 2. Tabarot. You are hidden, but you no longer can see the creature.
Fuck's sake. Is it underwater?
Yeah.
Oh god. I'll just stay here, I think.
You can hold. You can hold an action. So you could say that, for instance, if it pokes its head out of the water, you'll shoot it.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Creamy.
I think I'll go and live. So it's no longer near me. I'm gonna get out of the water.
Yeah.
Who is that rustling?
Sorry, I'm just weaving.
So it's left a trail of red cloud in the water. It's obviously quite hurt.
Okay. Can I do cure wounds on myself?
Yeah. If you've got the spell slots left for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you heal 10 hit points, I think.
Oh, thank God for that.
Okay,
Give another 23 damage though.
Burak.
No.
There's not much I can do really. I'm gonna set my action as a reaction that if anything's fired towards me, I will catch it.
Yep. Morglath.
I continue my long rest and immediately fall asleep. um, don't know. I'll just do a reaction.
Okay. Wade.
Yeah, I've got to do a reaction really. Hope that it kills it when it comes up.
Okay. After waiting for 5 minutes or so, the creature doesn't emerge again.
Oh.
So, can we continue our long rest, or is that it just completely broken now?
Let me check. You must finish a long rest before. Oh no, sorry.
Quaff's potion. That's what he used to say on Baldur's Gate.
If the rest is interrupted by a period of strenuous activity, at least 1 hour of walking, fighting, casting spells, or similar adventuring activity, the characters must begin the rest again to gain any benefits from it.
1 hour. I mean, all I did was stood up, shot my gun. That was it. Oh no, I walked 2 paces. I don't think that would count, would it? Or would it?
I think fighting counts as strenuous activity.
No.
That would be my ruling anyway.
Okay.
So where are we going?